Hello everyone, reaching for the camera because I left the remote downstairs. We are here to do an out-of-box review of a couple of kits, okay? Yeah, you see this sitting back here? This is in part what we're talking about here. This is a Colonial Viper model from Revell. It's the new release because it has the clear engines in the back instead of the dark ones. It's lit up. It's the second lit model I built. It was the first model I built with no decals. All of it is paintwork. It is also the first model I built after getting back to model building from taking like a 20-year break. Okay? It is here for a reason because I have in my possession the Mobius version. We are going to unbox this. We're going to look at it. I'm going to open the bags. I've already done the video once. I wasn't feeling well and it shows. So you don't get to see that one. It was bad. I didn't want to open the bags in that one. I'm going to. Okay, artwork looks good. Here's the back of the box. I can't wait for this guy because it is in scale with this one. That's one thing Revell didn't do right. They made their Cylon Raider out of scale with the Colonial Viper so they could sell them in the same box. Mobius is not doing that. And I saw a video clip of Mobius's Battlestar Galactica, the old school one. It looks to be in scale with the Revell one from years upon years ago. So, that is going to be something I'm looking forward to. So let's open the box and see what's in here. And again, I'm going to compare and contrast. Now, I am not going to open the clear plastic parts. I'm going to leave them in their baggie. They're better there. They're protected better there. What I am going to say is I do distinctly remember building that, and from looking at it, there is a few changes, but not many over this one. Let me pull her off her stand because she's easier to handle. One, the glass, and I'm hoping you guys can see that through the plastic baggie. You can, is different in the back. The tail, much more detailed in the back than this model. This model is milky because I put some gallon milk container behind there. I took a gallon milk jug, cut it up into a little disc and put it behind there to diffuse the light of the LED. Worked really well. Okay? Oh, also, there's no resistors on this thing. I am using 2 AA batteries and everything's a white LED, so I didn't have to have resistors. So this looks pretty much the same. They're the exact same scale as far as I can tell. The cockpit tub, I don't know if you can really see it through that baggie. I can. The cockpit tub looks identical, down to the window moldings and everything. I mean, just perfectly identical. I can't see much difference in it. I really can't, which surprises me. First baggie of parts. Pardon me while I get a X-Acto knife. I sound like I'm sick. Well, kind of am, kind of not. I've been working an awful lot, so I'm on the exhausted end of things. And that's why you haven't seen too many videos from me. Second, my allergies are going absolutely ballistic with all the rain we've been having here in Texas. It's 76 degrees outside. It's November 5th and raining. So it's kind of a miserable, miserable thing out there. Alright. Got the first baggie open. This is new. The Revell kit never had landing gear. And we have landing gear here. The details, not excellent, but better than what Revell had. That's for sure, because Revell didn't have them. Always wondered if they were tractor treads on the end of those or what. And now it looks like a combo of ski and tractor tread. I don't know how Mobius built this model. Honestly, I don't. Okay. What we have here are landing bay doors. So you can, I'm not sure what that part is. I bet it goes in the undercarriage. There's not going to be an equivalent on this one. I'm going to tell you that right now because this didn't have landing gear. What we do have equivalents for, however, are these parts and these parts. Okay? And you can see on here that the mold details on this part match up on here almost perfectly. And I can actually do this, and we can see that they are, oh, it looks like the Mobius one might be a teeny bit bigger in size, because they don't quite line up perfectly to my eye right here. Not 100%. The details on the back of this, you can see, you can't see them too well because I darkened them pretty heavily. They match up with this one fairly well. I mean, no, they don't. A lot of it does match. I can explain what doesn't. These round pieces right here don't match up. They're far more pronounced on the Mobius model than they are on the Battlestar, on the Rebel one. That was the glass clear pieces hitting the floor. Let me open this bag. Now, one thing about these outer box reviews, I'm not building this model anytime soon. My build queue is full until next summer. I hate to say it, it is. I don't have enough free time to do model building, so I can only build at a certain pace. One big change over the Rebel kit is this. The Rebel kit has a hole there so it can launch a projectile. And we've got the engine intakes, and from what I remember, they look the same. The joystick for flying the ship. Here's the underside. Now, we do have a direct comparison here. And there are some differences. There's the Mobius and there's the Rebel. Just a few differences here and there. And you can see the engine inserts on the side that correspond to the sides here. Okay? So there are some differences there. Not a lot, but a few. The next part are the big wingy things. Now, this isn't all of them. The next sprue has some wingy things in it too. These are probably the side stabilizers. Yeah, they are, to hold the gun. And now I can do a direct comparison, and you can see that the Mobius kit is a tiny bit bigger than the Rebel kit. Not much. They'll look good side by side, and the casual eye probably won't notice the difference. But you can see the difference here. Let me put it more camera friendly. You can see the differences, the details. The panel lines are in pretty much the same places. There are not as many greeblies on the surface of the Mobius kit. Or am I looking at the wrong piece? I'm looking at the underside. There's the upside, the top side. Yeah, I had them backwards. Here. This is the top side. Now we're doing a direct comparison right here. Everything lines up perfectly. And the Mobius kit is a bit bigger. On the underside, again, all the details line up perfectly. It is a teeny bit bigger though. Not much, just a little bit. Alright, here comes the next part. Now, the pilot detached himself from the box and shipment. That didn't surprise me any. Okay? That it did. Whoop. There's the pilot figure. Not wanting to focus because it sees me instead. There's the pilot figure. That is much better looking than the Rebel one. Now, here's the fuselage. I'm hoping the seam line is much better than the one on the Rebel kit, because the seam line on the Rebel kit was your typical 1970s model seam line. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. There's the upper stabilizer. Big improvement are the guns. The Mobius guns are 10 times better than the Rebel guns. Cockpit tub, eh. It looks just like the Rebel one. The big difference is the Rebel one actually had a clear insert for the radar screen up front, and the Mobius one doesn't. I suspect that Paragraphics will have a photo etch set for this before too long. Okay? So there you... Oh, we got a couple more things. It wouldn't be nice if I didn't show you these. The decal set looks just like the one from the Rebel kit, except for the Rebel kit had a few more... It had insignias for the pilots on their sleeveys. I'm glad I kept those decals so I can at least put some insignias on the pilot. Okay? And the Rebel kit actually came with this too. I put that decal down on the wood and then sealed it up with some varnish. And there you can see the underside how I did the wiring with the battery box. Battery box is epoxied in. We have our directions. Okay. Now the directions are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's a booklet. Some Mobius directions I've not liked how they've laid them out because they were kind of not as good. These are very good directions. Spelling out everything very well. I'm probably moving that too fast for some of you. Okay. I've heard from more than one person who's built some of the other Viper kits, you follow the steps given. You do not try to shortcut the steps. It looks very much like the Revel kit too on how you put it together. I wonder if they had the Revel kit. Well, of course they did. But I'm wondering if they were able to build off the Revel kit and they had the molds for the Revel kit. Hard to say. Painting directions, decal directions look very similar. Of course it would. Okay. And then there's the back page of the directions. What I found nice is I found this inside the box too. I think some of you know what that is. Here's the back of it. I'm not going to try to say his name. First name is Ralph. I'm going to mispronounce that second name. I always do. But you can see what it is. This is... Whoa, it's a coupon actually to go buy some of that stuff. Well, anyhow, there's the Battlestar Galactica Colonial Viper from Mobius. I know a lot of you will be seeing this soon. You'll see a lot of people building it soon, just not me because I have commitments. It's not that I'm stuck with the commitments. I'm just one of those people, once I say something, I try to keep to it. I told some people I'm going to build some models, certain models in a certain order. And I'm going to stick to it. Like, that Millennium Falcon of mine, it's been sitting on that shelf long enough. I'm not talking about the, fine mold one. Because more than one of you spotted that one and said, build it, build it, build it, build it. I'm not talking about the fine mold one. I'm talking about the, AMT Ertl one. I got about halfway through and then quit because of the big spring contest at SMA. That big spring contest is the biggest killer of model building I have ever had. Because the contest will come along and I just drop what I'm doing to enter that contest. And then after the contest, I don't get back to them quickly. And with all the new models coming out, and I've watched some people build a few recently, with my Saturday afternoon model club, I can tell you I've been building the wrong kind of models for quick building. This one's probably going to be a quick kit. Unlike, I can reach down and get that. Unlike that Millennium Falcon. This is a very nice, it's probably a very nice kit. The Revel kit was nice. This one here, this was not a bad kit. I put it together pretty quickly. Got the seams fixed and had a happy accident with the paint. Okay, well, we're not quite done yet. We have a bonus review for the Gundam heads out there. I picked this one up. It's the Master Grade 3.0 RX-78-2. I still haven't finished my 148 scale RX-78-2 yet. But hey, you know, such is life. I haven't finished my Zaku either. You know? Been working on him. There's one of the arms. You can see I've got decals on there. Working on the decals. And I've removed the toy finish off of it. He's going to look really good when he's done. I'm not going to open the sprues on this one, the bags on this one. We're just going to go over it. The hands are just like the perfect grade hands. Okay? Individual fingers move on that thing. Interesting. We've got 3 sprues in this bag. You got beam sabers in here, some clear parts. You know, Bandai loves its multicolored frames. One thing I don't like the Bandai loves are these dang stickers. I wish they'd just put water slide decals in there too. Which means I gotta get on the internets and find some water slide decals for this guy. Lots and lots of plastic parts in these bags. We're at 5 for the sprue count so far. This bag mates 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, counting the polycaps. Polycaps allow the joints to move. I haven't counted the colors. I'll count the colors as we put them back in. But we're at 10. $11, $12, $13, counting this bag. More gray. A lot of this is his inner frame. This goes together a lot like the Real Grade kit did, if you've been watching that one. I have a video up for that one this week, where you put the frame together and the armor snaps on around the outside of it. I lost track of the sprue count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got another one here and here. These are slightly different colors from each other. 14, 15, 16. We got 3 in this bag. We got a blue, a black, and a clear. And 17, 18. 2 more in this bag. Now, the directions. This is probably what most of you want to see. Okay. And right here we have a little comic book saying things. The directions on this thing are huge. Yes, they are. This page here, we're on page 4 and 5, is a layout of the sprues, a sprue map. I love it when they do this, so you can find the sprues just by looking at the photo and matching it to the photo, because there are quite a few sprues on this thing. $19 sprues, so I miscounted, according to the sprue map. The next page shows you what you get in the box. You get the mobile suit, you get a shield, you get a core fighter, and 2 beam sabers, a bazooka, and a beam rifle. And then the first thing you do is start on the core fighter. And the core fighter takes 2 pages to complete and is on 2 separate sprues. Then you start on his interior. Okay? I mean, the body unit. I gotta wrap this up. I'm running out of time. Okay? We got the body unit right there. And the arm units. And the head unit. And then we get your model centerfold. You know, for those of you who like styrene. Gundams do that. They got a color insert. And as far as I can tell, this is a photograph of the completed model done by a professional. And it looks really good. And the reason I say that is the figures in that photo don't look to be painted. And I think it comes with a figure too, and it gives you the painting guide on the figure. And then we get to the hands, and there's almost a whole page on just doing the hand right here. And then we get to the legs. Another thing they do that's really nice, finish up the legs, they show you the sprues that the assembly unit comes from at the beginning, so you can just lay out those sprues before you start on the part. I think they have to, because 18 sprues, there's a lot of plastic parts there. There you go, here's the next set. And it does come with a spot for an LED to light up his eyes. So lighting this guy's eyes up are going to be way easier than the RX-78, the 1/48 scale. Okay, you have that part there. And then we have the last page showing you how to put all of his accessories together, and the markings page where all the little stickers go. One thing, if you get decals, you will get decals with the same numbers on it if you get them from Bandai. I just wish they'd include decals in the box. Now, I know why they do it, because a lot of people that build these kits, I promised a color count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the same. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different colors of styrene in here. But I know why they put the stickers on things. They give you the stickers so beginners can put these together. People who don't want to paint. Okay, and don't want to mess with water slide decals. But I don't think it cost them that much to include water slide decals. It's just one of those irritations with Bandai. They make great kits, wonderful kits, but why don't they just put the water slide decals in there? Well, anyhow, everyone, I gotta go. I'm late to getting some stuff done. I spent far too much time up here with this, so I will talk to you guys later. I forgot one last thing. Guess what holiday's coming? That's right. Thanksgiving. And I'm cooking the turkey this year. Yay. Gonna have to watch the weight though, so I can't eat too much of that turkey. Although turkey's low fat. It's supposedly good for you. Maybe I can eat some turkey. I have to figure that one out. I got my turkey hat for when I'm cooking my turkey. My Thanksgiving hat is here. I am ready.